All right, we are live. Hello, everyone. Hope you're having an excellent day today. I'm doing pretty good. Back from a convention in Birmingham. It was a big success. Me and Steven did great, had a lot of fun. It was actually, honestly, kind of rejuvenating. So, glad to be back, glad to be building again. Had a busy week. I'm a little bit tired because I just did a lot of stuff this week, but I'm doing all right. We should have plenty of energy to work on some great Lego mock building for this stream. It's going to be a bit different today because two major reasons why. The first is I normally wear my reading glasses while doing these streams, but I don't know if you guys can see that right here. I lost a lens. Yeah, my reading glasses, I came back and they were broken. I don't know if I broke them when I was wearing them, working on stuff, or I don't know what, but I'm going to look really silly with only one glass, so I think I'm just going to have to build without my iconic Clark Kent glasses. They just got my regular face today. But the second thing is we'll be trying a new theme. And it's a theme that technically doesn't exist because LEGO has not made any Helldivers 2 sets or minifigures and probably won't for a while just because it's a pretty well-known video game, but not everyone plays it. I think it's a little bit for mature audiences because there's a lot of combat. But I really enjoy this game a lot. Me and Steven both play it quite a bit. It's basically, if you've seen like any basic sci-fi action shooter, you're fighting bugs, robots, zombies, squids, that sort of thing. So basically anyone should be able to appreciate what's going on. It should be a fun build either way. But yeah, duct tape, exactly. It'd be pirate night. Yeah, I could be a pirate with like an eye patch or something too. There's some solutions there for sure. That's my second pair of reading glasses, so I could just go get my other one, but I'm lazy. They're up at the house. I use those for when I'm actually reading. But yeah, so just probably gonna go with just my regular eyeballs tonight because my eyes aren't that tired. It should be fine. But yeah, so Helldivers. This could be a really good video. Lots of people might tune in because it's different, or nobody shows up because not everyone plays this game. We'll see. Either way, we've got our table in front of us here, and let me introduce our main characters here. This is a squad of custom Helldiver minifigures. The helmets and their weapons are from different custom makers. You got these custom Helldiver helmets. You got brick arms weapons. Usually you got some Lego weapons here. I think that silver pistol is actually Lego. And so they're ready to go. They're ready to battle the enemies of Super Earth. It's very patriotic, probably overly patriotic and very propagandic. So it's a little bit of a fun twist on the classic humans versus aliens. But the game usually functions where you have a squad of up to 4 players playing against the bugs, robots, whatever enemies you choose to fight. So yeah, we've got our classic squad here. So a bunch of different weapons going on. This is the characters we've already built. We've already got them ready to go. Don't need more. We just need to make some enemies for them to fight. So that's one of the two things we could do tonight. The second thing is we could make the landscape for them to go on. So I'm going to put a little poll in the chat here in 1 second. Start a poll. Build bugs versus build landscape. Escape. Oh, and exclamation point. And capitalize bugs. What are we building tonight? And starting the poll. So, go ahead and click which option you'd like to see. We have 2 options. We're going to be either building I'm thinking we're going to build some bugs. The robots would probably be technically easier, but I think the terminid enemies would be a little more visually interesting to construct, a little more challenging, honestly. The other thing is we could build a landscape. I've already got it measured out how big I want it to be so that it fits nicely in the bins that I can transport to conventions. So it could be building a regular landscape. Although, because this is in outer space, we can be using very unusual colors. So we'll be probably using red, light gray, maybe some white, some unusual hues in order to really make this look out of this world. So, But the poll is pretty strongly in favor of bugs. While people vote on what they would like to see, we're going to go ahead and read some of the comments, say hi to some of the people who have chosen to tune in and say hi this evening. First, early, we had Mr. Just Break It. Good to see you, Mr. Just Break It. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Cross Airborne Customs is here as well. Cross explained that they haven't played this game, so this isn't maybe their main interest, but they might keep it on the background. So yes, no worries, Cross. If you already chosen to view the video, if you leave a like, that helps a ton. You don't have to stick around all night. No worries. Fall Equinox is here. Good to see you, Autumn. Hope you're doing well. Grumpy J, good to see you, Grumpy J. Thank you for tuning in, my friend. How the grump is everyone today? I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little tired. I don't know what it is about Fridays, but I'm always just a tiny bit tired. But I usually have enough energy to build for at least 2 hours, no matter what the circumstances are, so we're here. Let's see. Chatting back and forth. Darkside Brick Zerkers. This is an account I was hoping would tune in because I've seen Darkside Brick Zerkers build some Helldivers 2 stuff on their Instagram, I believe. So worth checking out if you have some time. There's a couple people who are building Helldivers Lego MOCs, and it's great to see. So I want to get in on that fun hype train. Well, the game is actively in development. You have updates happening, some fun stuff. So anyone else ready for winter? Oh no, is the hot weather already getting to you, Mr. Just Break It? It is. It's definitely getting into summer vibes now. Spring is gone. So yeah. Let's see, those glasses are not made of Lego plastic. No, those were just regular, I think they were like $15, $20 reading glasses. They're not, I don't know if they're prescription, I don't think they are. So, yeah, cheap glasses that unfortunately fallen apart. But yeah, I think bugs is pretty much the way to go. So we'll be wrapping up that poll shortly, but I'll get through the comments before we do that. Lego Fan B is here. That happened to my glasses once. Yeah, this is, I think, I don't break glasses that often, but no, I did break a pair of sunglasses one time. So yeah, it happens every now and then. It is what it is. I'm going to try and play Fortnite on mobile. Oh my goodness, Cross. I didn't know you could even do that. That's crazy. Let's see. Autumn was giving us an update on her Hedgehog Jubilee. Hopefully she's doing better. Lima Bricks is here. Good to see you, Lima Bricks. Mark, I'm probably getting the Lion Knights Castle next week, and I'm considering getting either the Market Village or the Tudor Corner. Which one should I get? Ooh, I honestly would lean towards the Tudor Corner. If you're talking about the modular corner, that one is a really good set. But Lion Knights Castle first, but the Tudor Corner is awesome as well. So two great options. You can't go wrong. So. No, forget it. It's fine. Yeah, I don't need more reading glasses. Thanks. So, yeah, appreciate it. Someone was trying to get me some reading glasses just now, so thank you, but no thank you. It's good. Arrow Nomad says, yay, Helldivers, I have been waiting for this. Yes. I've been waiting to construct some Helldivers too. We got busy with many weeks of Ice Planet and other build projects, 12-hour builds. And Helldivers, for some reason, despite being very pro-democracy, they never won the poll. It's kind of ironic, actually, but yeah. Have you been defending Super Earth this last week with the Illuminate attack? I certainly have been. I've only played like maybe 3 or 4 matches this week because I've been busy, but I have been playing a little bit. It's been awesome. So, all right. We're going to wrap up that poll, though. Build Bugs has been at 74% for the past few minutes, so we're going to end that poll, and it's going to be bugs. So we're going to actually put away these base plates since we won't need them unless we want to have a green surface to work on. But we'll move these aside and start on some bugs in just a second. We'll read the last few comments here. Tim is here. Good to see you, Tim. Hope you're doing well. Hope the weather's nice in New Zealand. Let's see. David is here. Good to see you, David. I have been. City Combat has been fantastic. Yeah, the latest update for Helldivers has been a lot of fun. If this game was of any interest to you before, I would recommend you try it out at some point because it's a lot of fun. It is very much a multiplayer game, though, so if you play by yourself, it's kind of tricky. If you play with a team of friends, it's a lot more fun. Was actually playing with some friends up until about 30 minutes ago. There you go, David. That's awesome. Got to save Super Earth. It's under attack. All right. Reading the comments. We're in New Zealand already in winter. Yep, it's the southern hemisphere. That's how that works. It's crazy. So, been epic. Loving taking out the giant jellyfish. Yeah, shooting down the enemy ships is great. So, it's great classic space warfare stuff. Rob Clocks is here. What's going on, everyone? Good to see you, Rob. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in, my friend. Stockfish Studio is here. Hello, greetings from Poland. Hey, good to see you, Stockfish. Yes, we don't have a lot of Polish people in here. Thanks for tuning in. All right, Bugs won the poll, so we will get started. And thankfully, I've played a bit of Helldivers. I've fought a lot of bugs. I think I've fought bugs more than any other enemy that you can fight. So I know what they look like just kind of generally in my head. But to be safe, I actually saved a number of photos. Let me get them here. There's the basic bug. I don't know if you guys can see that. And, oh, no, this way. There's one of the more scary bugs. Another scary bug. Another bigger scary bug. Lots of scary bugs. So that's kind of what they look like. They're kind of an earthy, gray, tan color, which is a little tricky to do in Lego. So I think we'll probably be working with dark tan, maybe some brown, some dark gray, some light gray. Unlike normal building streams, I don't have the pieces prepared behind me. So I'm going to have to go find the right pieces and put them in the bins behind me. I'll show you in the just chatting screen for a second. So we got the area over here, and we got the area over here. Normally they already have the pieces ready to go, because like for Ice Planet it's easy. You can usually assume you've got some blue and probably white. This time, you know, the landscape is going to be a very different color from the bugs. So we're doing the bugs. Let me go get some dark tan. I'll probably get out the dark gray as well. And then probably black, or maybe even Technic on one of the other sides. But tan is only one bin, so we'll go grab that really quick and we'll be good to go. Sentru is here for Super Earth. Exactly. This is to save Super Earth. Show the bugs some democracy. Exactly. That's what these Helldivers figures are for. That's what the purpose is. I saw, but not sure if I can make that one. Interesting. Let's see. They look like Stormtrooper bugs. Kind of. Yeah, they have a similar vibe each time. They look like slight variations of the classic bug. So, can't wait to see a charger. I'm hoping to build a charger, David. That's the big armored looking one. It's kind of like a big rhino that you have to battle in the Super Earth. So, do basic bugs drink Starbucks? They probably do, Autumn. I think that they would. But let me go grab some dark tan pieces first. I think that's the starting point, honestly, is dark tan. And then we'll get some dark bluish gray and maybe some light gray and black and all those kind of earthy tones. Maybe even reddish brown, honestly. So let me go grab those. Hold on one second, everybody. Be right back. So, thankfully for me, we've got a large bin of dark tan and a lot of detail pieces left over from Dune. So, Dune didn't take all of our dark tan pieces. I think I'll put them right here, if I can, and leave us just a little space to build. We might actually have to get a second bin and put some of these larger plates in. Let me show you guys what we're talking about here. So, on the surface of the build area, you got all these, like, I'm not going to build a bug that big. Even the biggest bugs don't use pieces this big, so I might get a bin and scoop some of these into there. Alright. We'll go back to just chatting while I do this, but... Seeing if there's any new comments I need to reply. It's cold in the mornings. Now I hate the cold. Oh no, Tim, that you're not enjoying the cold, huh? Well, that's too bad. I'm sorry. I wish you'd send a little bit of that cold our way. We're getting kind of hot and muggy in the United States with the summer, so. But here's a bag of pieces that will actually be super useful, I think. The bugs tend to be very spiny and spiky looking, so these textural pieces will be great. Scoop a little more of these in there, and we're good to go. So I think it would be best to make a basic, the tiny little scavenger sized bug first, because if we do that and we actually succeed at doing that, we can kind of just keep getting bigger as we make the different types of bugs you can battle in the game, right? So we'll try to do that. If it doesn't work out, we can just kind of skip the smallest ones and go straight to the medium-sized ones. Building with a kind of complex-looking creature that's only slightly larger than a human or a minifig will be interesting. So, kind of a build challenge. We'll see if we make any progress at all tonight. If we really just fail completely, We'll try to build some robots next time, or off camera. But I think we can get something done. We'll see. I know the bigger the creature is, the easier it is to build. So we're giving ourselves the most difficult one to start. All right, so we've removed. That's really loud. We've removed a lot of the bigger dark tan plates out of the main dark tan bin. This is my entire collection of dark tan right now. Normally I have a little more, but we will be able to now work inside here a little bit better. Like there's some slopes. There's some pieces there. I might move this to the side while we dig them. But I have a picture in front of me here, just behind these Helldivers on my phone, so that I can see what I am trying to accomplish. Here we go. It's kind of a small creature with spiky little limbs. I'm trying to think what the best piece for the limbs would be, because it's like a little spike, but it's got a curve to it. It's almost like a little scythe. That's too big. I've seen other builders on Instagram, as they're building, they'll use this piece a lot for the leg, and it's definitely the right shape, but it's also not as pointy on the bottom. It's got a flat plate area there, so it doesn't quite work, in my opinion. We'll see. I might have to resort to that like other builders have, but we'll keep around, keep playing with it. That actually is very intriguing because it looks kind of like a leg from one side. I don't know if I have more of these lying around though. It's a bionicle grabber arm. Tempting. All right. Let me look at the comments here. I'm letting them get away. Are the prints in the Helldivers pad printed or UV? Overall, are you happy with them, Mark? So these, I have a link for you, Century. If you send me a message on Instagram, I can get it for you. But there, I think it's Republic Bricks Studios. There's a website, guy sells custom non-Lego pieces. They're decent quality, but they're not Lego quality. They're perfectly suitable for a little squad of figures. They were pretty cheap to buy, so recommended if you're able to purchase them. But I would say that, you know, don't keep your hopes too high. Like the prints are a little bit, tiny bit misaligned. They're a little bit, yeah, it's just not quite. But they're overall not bad. So I'm pretty happy with them. I'm willing to put them in the scene without too much remorse. So want to do another build with dark red and white planet style because it would be a fun challenge of changing up my usual gray builds. That's what I'm planning on doing. Dark Side Berserkers, going for that red terrain, almost like what was the name of the planet in that Star Wars movie? I'm trying to remember. Is it the Rise of Skywalker? No, it's the Last Jedi. Gotta be the Last Jedi. So yeah, those are pretty fun. What's Helldivers? It sounds sick. Well, so hello. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in. Helldivers is a video game. It's actually was originally released for PlayStation, but it's also available for PC on Steam. I don't think it's available for Xbox or Nintendo Switch yet, but it's a lot of fun. The basic premise is you're a human, and you fight for the planet of Super Earth. It's just like Earth, but it's super. And you're fighting against bugs, robots, all the enemies of Super Earth. I think all these wars were started by the humans, but they're going to try and finish them. You know how it is. So, highly recommend, check it out. There's definitely clips and playthroughs on YouTube. Me and Steven play this game a lot, and we always have a great time. So, but one thing that I had thought of doing, there are some good dark tan pieces in here. Smaller ones are what we're going to probably have to gravitate towards. I'm just going to put some of these out on the table here. Because this little guy this is what we're trying to build, just for everyone who's just arrived. That's a scavenger, the smaller size bug. It's a little shorter than one of the humans is. And it's kind of a rust color. It's kind of an orangey color in the game. I think we can use orange pieces for the mouth area and maybe some of the body elements. But when you get to the outer shell, like where the armor would be, I think we want to lean into the dark tan. So we'll see. But we've got, so some of these would work really well on the inside of the body for attaching limbs to, for putting the head on, because it's kind of got an orangey color on the inside by its face and underbelly. So we'll try and use these to make it make sense. We'll see. This is also a good color, this kind of yellowy orange. That's already the right color scheme. Just need to kind of refine it a little bit, I think. Got some dark tan. Yeah. This is going to be tricky. I can't guarantee it's going to succeed. We'll see. I keep saying that. I'm not super confident about this. I'll try my best. Ooh, I actually like that piece. That little fin piece might be useful. We'll see. Dagobah? I mean, basically, there's definitely some Star Wars feel to... Yeah, Crate. I think Crate is the right name, David. Good comment there. Thank you. I like the RPG launcher. Yes, you got the Helldiver with the it's called a recoilless rifle in the game, but it's basically a bazooka. And you can launch... That's for big enemies that need heavy-duty firepower to take out. Lemurbrix says, Mark, could you read my previous message? I'll try, Lemurbrix. Let's see here. Mark, would it be okay with you if I made a continuation of Heart Lake City Drama for the ABC days? You're welcome to, Lemurbrix. Go for it. Yeah, I don't own that for sure. Yeah. Well, let's see. There's a piece we might be able to use. I might have to grab the orange bin, too, to make sure that I can get the right pieces for the face, because I want it to have a little kind of a mandibles jaw piece area. So we'll see. Here's some more dark tan. Here's another orange. Yeah, now we need to figure out how to make this as small as possible. That might work. Well, that's a mushroom. I was going to say, oh, this dark tan dish should work, but no, it's got the mushroom print in it. I think that's a little too light for what we're going for. We want more of a rusty color. So, I actually watched The Last Jedi last night. Wow, still not a fan. It hasn't aged any better, huh? Oh, well. Well, that might work. We got a little bendable clip piece there. That might be a good limb element. Oh, that's really good for the back. I just don't want to remove those beautiful Exoforce stickers. These are excellent, but the stickers mean a lot to me because I'm a big fan of Exoforce. So, yeah. Let me see if I can find one that doesn't have any stickers on it. There should be one in here. Yeah. Oh no. I keep finding one with stickers. I know I've got at least one that doesn't have stickers on it. I'm speaking it into existence here. Hold on. Because that would, like, immediately solve our problem of the back of the bug. We would just have to make the face. Come on, I know I've got one somewhere. Now, what were some scenes that I made with... There's another one. They've all got stickers, folks. If we have to remove a sticker, we can. It's just like... It's... Reapplying it doesn't look quite as good as when it was first applied, so I don't like removing stickers if I can help it. This is kind of funny at this point. There's another one. I'll be able to build a lot of Exoforce scenes after this. Crazy. That's interesting too. You got the dragon jaw piece. That actually might work for something. That's interesting. That's a little bit rough looking, irregular looking, but that might work. Because that's also about the right size for the back of the bug. It's like a little beetle, basically. So, Darkside Brick Circers said, using the 1x1 rounded stud with a clip is helpful for attaching limbs and posability. Good point, Darkside Brick Circers. Good point. Why would you do that to yourself, David? That is a good question, David. Were you, like, that bored and you just wanted to watch The Last Jedi again? Or was it just like a science project? Was it... It's like, is it as bad as I remembered? Yes. Yeah, I haven't seen The Last Jedi since it first came out. I probably won't get around to it. Another cool piece, but it's got cool stickers on it. I think Steven actually applied those. I just need that piece. Just like without any stickers. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 6 pieces with nice stickers on them that I don't want to remove. This is baffling. It's okay though. I'm not freaking out. I'm serene, calm. I'm zen. Worst case scenario, I just pull the stickers off one of them. It would not be the end of the world. Yeah, I'm not really seeing them though, so there's the opposite of that one we just found. There we go. So yeah, I think I'm going to remove the 2 stickers on this one and put them on a surface of plastic, maybe on one of these bins, so that I can reapply it later. Big Ben Vader is here. Good to see you, Big Ben Vader. Thanks for tuning in. Let me read your comment here. It just got bumped up. So excited that you are doing Helldivers. Just finished a 6-hour gaming session and now to a Helldivers building stream for Super Earth. Wow, 6 hours of Super Earth defense. That's got to be a challenging session of gaming, but I'm almost envious because I haven't had as much time to play as I would like. I've been a little bit busy lately working on Lego projects. So congratulations, Big Ben. Yes, we are building some Helldivers. It's slow going so far. We're already like 15, almost 25 minutes in, and we've just gotten the beginnings of a bug here, so we can start to work on a project here. I think I have an idea though. Hold on. Let's see. So if I put this there, and this here, well, that's not quite right. So I'm trying to do something like that, color scheme wise, to have a little bit of yellow and orange underneath the creature to give it the correct color. So Morgan is here. Good to see you, Morgan. Thanks for tuning in. I was actually in the mood to watch The Force Awakens early in the week because I liked that one. Decided to give The Last Jedi a chance after that. We'll definitely be passing on Rise of Skywalker. Oh, I understand, David. You're not going to watch the whole trilogy, though? I'm just messing with you. I just watched Andor. I binged watched the entire season in a single evening, season 2, and it was terrific. So, you know, a lot of people don't like the sequel trilogy of Star Wars that much. But I think Andor is some of the best TV I've seen in a while, let alone just Star Wars. So, yeah, some good stuff there. Okay, we've got a body. Let's try and work on a head. I'm actually going to go grab the orange bin and look through some of the smaller pieces there. So hold on one second, everybody, while I grab that. Skip the sequels. They really suck. I've seen them, unfortunately, but I don't plan on watching them anytime again soon. I didn't really enjoy them as much as... I'm sure some people liked them, but I just didn't like them that much. Andor is amazing. Did you rewatch Rogue One after? I did not, but I've seen Rogue One a lot, so I'm pretty familiar with the story. I'll probably have to do Andor 1, 2, and Rogue One all together for the complete story at some point, so... Axel's here. Hey, Mark, did you hear that the Masks of Power update? Thoughts? Yes, Axel. That's really unfortunate to hear that the Star Wars fan-made video game got shut down. Kind of bad news. It's not really that much of a surprise. Lego is unfortunately a big corporation, and they like to throw their weight around, and they like to stop people from making fan art, merch. They really are not friendly to their community in that way. So, unfortunately, Bionicle Masks of Power, they're using Bionicle in the name. They're really getting into all the copyrighted stuff. Bionicle is still a copyrighted theme. It's not like, you know, adventurers or city or things that they can't, you know, they can't copy the word city. They can copy the made-up word of Bionicle. So they're getting into copyright, and they were asking for it in a way. So I'm sad that Lego decided to shut them down, even though I think it was supposed to be a free game. But yeah, it's tragic. So I'm just hoping that they don't ask Manic Miners to shut down, even though Manic Miners has gone to the extra mile of being more careful, because they call it Manic Miners, not Rock Raiders, the video game. Because Rock Raiders, Lego could still go after them for that. So it's interesting. All right, let me go grab the orange pieces, and we'll get a mouth on this tiny little scavenger bug. If we go all stream and just finish one bug, I guess it's a success. But yeah, this is interesting. Very challenging build. So we have plenty of orange pieces at our disposal. What I'm really looking for is a small clip or two that I can put inside the mouth area. That's almost it, but that's not the right orientation of a clip. So. Also a clip, but also not exactly what I was looking for. Maybe? We'll play around with it. Also, this color, this kind of medium nougat, I think it's medium nougat. This color is also very close to the outside carapace of the bug, so we might have to experiment with this. We want this to look really as good as possible. We don't want to cheap out or anything. That's pretty darn close to what we're looking for. At least you got two of them. I really would rather have a clip going this way. We'll see. I'd rather have it vibrant orange. That's something. It's not bad. It also is the 2 width, which is what we're going on for the body. Oh, that's the piece I'm looking for. So that's what I was looking for right there. Because that looks very bug-like. Ba-da-bum, bum, bum, bum. That's almost it. Let me look at the bug one more time in this picture here. Yeah, kind of. I think it needs dark tan mandibles and the mouth itself is orange, which makes sense. So let's try something here. Let's get a brick with studs on all sides. Let's get a... I'd love one of these that has tapers to a point instead of having a flat front. If I could find 1 or 2 of those, that'd be pretty useful. But that is an unusual piece. And you gotta get both sides, not just one side. Oh, that's actually pretty good. I like that little droid arm for a leg. Oh, that's what I'm looking for. There we go. So let's do this. Maybe get an orange cheese slip. Or an orange dot for now. We'll try that. And the mandibles kind of go in that shape. Yeah. So my thought is something like that. You have the dark tan mandible on the one side and the little orange piece in the middle to make that mouth shape there. So yeah, we'll see. We'll keep working with this. I think this is kind of the right direction to go. You should do a Nexonites mock stream with Steven. Steven would probably do a live stream with me. I don't know if he would do it if it was Nexonite themed, though. I could ask him, though. I do need to make Nexonites at some point. I was going to do something for the 10,000 subscriber milestone, but I just never got around to it. I got busy doing 24-hour builds. But yeah, we'll eventually do some Nexonites for sure, Rob. It's going to be hilarious when I finally get to it, so. Yeah, we're looking for the other side of this mandible, though. See if we can track that down. Another dark tan piece to look for. So. Then we gotta find some tiny legs. Would tan work, or would even, like, is there a piece in nougat orange that would work? It almost like, I'm thinking like maybe a minifigure weapon that would be that shape. Like a little katana or something. But I don't think they come in dark tan or medium nougat, so. Sometimes I think it'd be nice to be a Lego designer and just be able to come up with unique colors for pieces and make it work. So. Oh, there's another limb. I might end up using minifigure droid arms for this. So, these bad boys might be of use for our project here. We'll see. They're a little small, But maybe that's the first part of the arm, and then the second part is like a different piece. Like something like this. I don't know. That almost works. Something like that. My mind, the gears are turning. It's working. It's working. Dark Side Brick Circus says, there's a pretty big movement of fans trying to advocate for Battlefront 3, and a bunch of people are playing it tomorrow to try and show EA we need a new epic scale Star Wars game. I mean, good luck, Dark Side Brick Circus. I wish you the best, but I also know that EA, they're not a very good company when it comes to listening to the fans. So I hope it succeeds, but I'm not that optimistic. Well, we had some bad luck. We found the opposite side. Oh, not the same side that we needed. We need the opposite side to be on the other side. So we'll save this just in case we need this. This might actually work good for like a foot for the bug somewhere else. But right now it's not working for what we wanted to. So we'll keep looking. Let me move this way, you guys can see that I'm digging through it. Any Ninjago MOCs, if you do those? I haven't done Ninjago MOCs yet, hello, but I would have no problem with doing that. I love Ninjago. I've been watching the TV show again lately, so yeah, big fan. I have all the basic first original Ninja. I need to get some of the other Ninjago versions, because they're pretty cool characters. I'm actually building a Helldivers MOC myself. The goal is to finish it for Bricking Bavaria 2026. I've already spent over 12 hours on perfecting a Bow Titan. Excited to see what you can do in 12 hours. We'll see. I don't know if it'll be a 12-hour build. It probably will be something like that. Maybe a 24-hour build if I really cram in a lot of details. But yeah, I do want to build a Bow Titan. I want to build a Charger and some of the smaller bugs too. And then have an explosion happening to do some kind of lighting effects with that. So eventually. Where's the comments here? I was just watching Andor, but stopped to join the stream. Oh, wow. Okay, thank you so much for pausing Andor to tune in and say hi. Appreciate it. And for those who have just stopped by or are watching, feel free to like the video. It helps a lot. But thank you, Okai. That's appreciate it. Isn't Nexonites your favorite castle theme, Mark? Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, it is not. Yeah, favorite castle themes? Probably the Kingdom's Lions from 2010 and 11. Those are really fun. I think they went all the way to 2012, actually. Do you have any of the spikes from the Power Miners Crystal King? That would work in the build. Yes, that would be about the right size, Axel. Good point. Those, it's like a rubber spike, and it's not curved. It's kind of straight. But I have them in light gray. I know, a few of them. I also have them in green, which would work great for some of the more toxic type bugs. Interesting. Jesse's Brick Galaxy is here. Good to see you, Jesse. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. Or maybe the legs from Galaxy Squad Brick Built Bug Legs. Galaxy Squad Brick Built Bug Legs? I'm trying to think. I'm not picturing it, Axel, but I'll do some research for sure. Right now we're just trying to get the head attached to the body. Because I got the body that I like. It's about the right size. I just need the head to make sense there too. Something like that would do perfect. It needs to be pretty small. So. And I'm building slowly because I'm chatting the entire time, so it is what it is. Here's a small bracket that might be useful. I've got these nice little these bendable clips here. These should work for something down the road. For sure. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So, I just in my hands found two of the opposite side, one of each side of this particular wedge slope. So we will be able to put that on the sides of the bug's face here and work on it. Let's see. Was that the way to do it? That looks pretty good. I think we'll do that. There we go. I don't know if that's the top of the head I want though. Now we just need a way to attach that to that. I think the easiest way would be a jumper, a dark tan jumper right there. And then you could just add a little kind of a slope on the top of his head. Something like this. Honestly, that's pretty close. Let me get a jumper and attach his head to his body. Actually, there's one right here. There we go. Yeah, breakthrough. The head's a little high on the body, as you can see right there. Might need to lower it down a tiny bit, use a different connection point here. But that's actually pretty promising. I'm liking that so far. Let me try a different connection for just lower this down just a few plates. So, oh, we got some memberships coming out here. Let me read the comments. Let's see. What if you use edifice droid arms? Ooh, I also don't know what those are. I'd have to look those up. So, do you have dancing baby Groot? Is it some great dark tan clip claws? Interesting. Okay, I don't have the dancing baby Groot. I'd have to buy it, but. Oh, Exaforce droid arms. That might work, Darkside Brickzerkers. That would actually be a pretty useful piece for this size. Managed democracy. This war is costing us billions of votes. It is indeed, Malister. Malister, are you familiar with Helldivers 2? I think it would be right up your alley if you haven't played it. But if you have played it, I hope you enjoyed it. So, Grumpy J gifted 5 Mark of Ho with memberships. Thank you so much, Grumpy J. Appreciate you. And yes, a number of viewers, some of them who were here earlier, have gotten some memberships, so feel free to check out behind-the-scenes videos. Uploaded a members update not too long ago, so keep an eye out for that stuff. W Grumpy, exactly, Crimson Toaster. Good to see you, Crimson Toaster. Thanks for tuning in. All right, where was I? Let's put a few plates underneath this. Do we have any orange ones? Yeah, let's do an orange one here. So you can really get the feel for it. Go. And put this right here. It's a connection point for legs, and we don't need that there anymore. And I could probably. Interesting. I don't think I need that there. We'll see. So the question is now, we're building the torso, and I don't think I need anything underneath that because the. Let me load this up here. Yeah, there's not too much visible orange underneath. The legs seem to come from beneath it though, so that's kind of an interesting shape to mess around with. We will have to see. They're very sharp and spiky though. It needs to be as sharp as possible. I don't think slopes like this will do the trick. So, gonna have to mess around with that. Did someone just engage in socialism and traitorism? You sir have about 30 seconds before I start firing indiscriminately in the general area. How do you flee, Grumpy Jack? That's the fun part about Helldivers is if you go off the map, you just there's a big bar across the screen that says you're a traitor to democracy, and then they start bombing you. It's funny. So you do not want to start wandering off the map on the Helldivers game. It's a lot of fun. It's bad for you, but it's funny. So yeah, that looks good. Now we just need to make it a little more spiky on top. But I really love the orange mouth area. I think is perfect for the scale of what we're trying to build. So I'm actually quite happy with that. Now we just need to, yeah, like I said, make it more spiky on the top. I need 2 cheese slopes. We'll probably do the trick. One more cheese slope. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on. And then we get to the really tricky part of what kind of legs we're going to build for it. So. Here you go. You know what would work really good for the top here? A horn piece. A tan horn off the top would actually be terrific. Let me see what we've got. I might have to play around with a dark tan, like the minifigure Viking helmet horns, and try that. So, ever heard of Lethal Company? It's a fun game. If you ever play it, maybe like you could do a mock. I've heard of Lethal Company. I haven't played it, but I've seen other builders do some fun Lethal Company mocks, and so they're pretty cool. But when is the next vote? Oh, so it's been a while since I did a vote. The last one was Mars Mission was the winner. That was weeks ago, though. So I finally finished the Life on Mars, not Mars Mission, the Life on Mars mock today. So that will be out very soon, next week for public, probably over the weekend for members. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, so we'll be doing another vote soon, and it'll probably be themes that got second. So things like dwarves, Helldivers would have been in that, but it didn't even get second, it got third. Horizon Zero Dawn was one of those, Spyrius, has lost a couple times. I really want to get Spyrus to be in a 12 or 24-hour build. So one of these days, for sure. Let's look at some legs here. I'm trying to think what the best way to do this would be. It's the opposite of what we want. So, yeah, interesting. Ooh, a good piece would be something that I don't think we have on in the right color in my collection. So I'll have to think about that. But let me look through Dark Tan a little bit more, and then we'll see if we can find. It might actually end up being like the Exoforce arms, like people were suggesting, or pieces like that. This MOC is already leaning heavily into the Dark Tan department. You know what? That's really darn close size-wise. I don't know if that's going to work. It's just not pointy enough at the bottom. I want it to be more like a sword. Let me look through minifig weapons, or even, I don't think I have a bin for horn pieces that has the right color combinations that I need. Orange wouldn't be the right color either. It really needs to be dark tan, maybe dark gray. Let me look in a bin here, guys. Hold on 1 second. Be right back. Where's the weapon bin when you need it? Yeah. So this is what I'm thinking will work. Oh, don't lose that. There we go. Switch to just chatting for a second. So something in here might do the trick. You've got a bunch of swords, probably some spikes. It would be kind of nice if there was something like this, but dark tan. That's gold. Might be a little too shiny. But I'm going to dig through this for a second, see what's here. If we're really not finding anything, we can keep moving on. But I just have a feeling. I don't know. We'll see. The limbs might be the trickiest part. The body came together pretty well. The limbs are not so easy. So. Oh, hold on. Where'd it go? This would be perfect in dark tan. I don't know if it exists in that color. I might have to bricklink that. But that's silver. That's not the right color for this build, but I know I have some gold ones like this. That would probably work. And then it would easily attach to some Exoforce arms. Also might need to be gold. But then his limbs would look kind of shiny compared to the rest of the body. Let me see if that exists in dark tan. And I don't know if I can use Google Lens on that. Yeah. What is this piece called? Yeah, that's it. Doink. There it is. There's the picker brick from the official Lego shop. Let's see what colors it comes in Bricklink here. Flat dark gold, pearl gold, flat silver, dark purple, yellowish green, and black. So black will work well for other bugs, but no other color that's more similar than gold. So, yeah. When did they start producing this? Nope, they're still making it. Oh no, it made it at least till last year. Yeah, so. That's one option. Ooh. So that troll weapon is actually a really nice spiky leg piece there. It's got a little extra handle up here, but that's not too bad. It's supposed to be extra spiky. I think it just might be too big. This is so challenging, guys. You have no idea trying to find a piece that works in this kind of thing. It's a little big and it's a little orange, kind of rust color, copper color. For some it would work, and I know this piece does come in dark tan though. I think it does. If I have to bricklink pieces, I'll do it. Because this would be a big win. What would be perfect? Oh, hold on. There's a tan spike. Somebody was talking about that earlier. That might work. It is a better size. Let's see here. Where does little robot arms go? There we go. So essentially you'd have something like that. And that's pretty close. I think I have some more dark, regular tan spikes like that, so we'll see. That's the right color, but the wrong piece. Move the orange pieces out of the way. I think we're done with those for now. Yeah, it's heavy. Too flamboyant. There's a gold one. I love the shape of this piece. I wish it came in other colors besides metal and purple. Because gold is a little too gold for me, I think. Oh, that's close though. I'll experiment with it. But I like that body. I'm very happy with that shape. So most of it established there. And I'd like to make maybe 2 or 3 of these smaller ones. So it needs to be something that I can find enough pieces for. I don't know if this spike comes in dark tan either. I know it comes in regular tan like this. But yeah. I'll have to play around with it. Dwarves, says the night guy. Yes, I'd love to make some dwarves. They didn't win the poll. Samurai beat them in the poll. So we'll have to see if the dwarves can come back for a second round and defeat whatever they are pulled up against. So you can't sink freedom, exactly. Liberty prevails. These comments are matching the vibe. I love it. So the only weapon that exists in Dark Tan is the Fantasy Era Orc Sword. So that would work for larger ones especially. I think that's just a little on the big side for what I've got here. Here's a silver one. Because, yeah, that's just a little big. A little bit big. But for a larger warrior type bug, that would actually be great, I think. So. Oh, there's a tan horn again. There's another tan horn that's got more of a curve to it. That might work too. I don't know if I have that many of this piece though. I'm surprised I even found that in here. Interesting. This is really kind of... It's such a small build. But it's been a real mind melter. Trying to figure out how this would work the best. I still like this size of limb here. Save those out just in case. I found 3 tan spikes so far. It would be great to do this without making a bricklink order, but I'll have to, I think, for some of the weirder elements I'm thinking of, so. And this is what I get for organizing all of my weapon pieces in just a big bin like this. It makes it hard to track down anything when you do need it, so. Yeah, there's that purple element. They really couldn't do a tan one, could they? Yeah, Ninjago. Alright, let me read the rest of the comments. So Mark, I have played Helldivers 2. I have murdered so many teammates with misplaced orbitals, so many votes lost. That's kind of my gameplay style too, Master. I'll just drop the orbital bombardment stratagem on whatever may be there. As long as we win, that's what matters. So, how about HP wands or chopsticks? Interesting. They're a little small, I think, Okai, because I think this is the right size, but it's just a little bit brightly colored, and it's also figuring out how to attach it. But we'll keep messing with it. That's why we're here. I've been making so many maps for the D&D campaign. I had to step back. Over 200 maps made and processed. Oh my goodness. Malister, that's awesome. I'm looking forward to that. Very cool. All right. Yeah, take a break. Do what you got to do. No pressure. What you meant to say was probably that you've accidentally liberated them of their lives for the greater good. Yeah, that's a more tactful way of saying it. So, by sacrificing their votes, I allowed 1 million more for democracy. Exactly. Yeah. Can't wait for the next episode, Malister. Yes, so the next episode should be coming out. It's out for members now. So if you're a member paying 99 cents to the membership, you get to see that now. Or you can wait till, I think, early next week is when it's scheduled. I might move it up from, I think it's scheduled for next Friday, bring it up to like Tuesday. So keep an eye out for that. It has been edited. It's 2.5 hours long. If you like Lego and D&D, it might be worth a listen. It's a bit of a long episode, but hopefully people enjoy it. I certainly enjoyed playing it, and I'm sure Mal had a good time game managing us. Well, good enough. Jordan and some of the other characters make it difficult for him sometimes, but... Alright, we're gonna have to proceed, I think, and maybe find some alternative ways to attach this here. There's no tail for these bugs, so I think just a little 1x2 plate will work. That's a little bit not the right shape. There we go. So whether I can make more than one of those is the question, because it has some unusual pieces in there. This is more digging than we normally do on a live stream. But this is what actual building is like. Most of the time, you're just digging for parts. It's noisy and annoying, but here we are. Interesting little bracket there. That might be useful for something later. So I keep finding the double-sided one. I just need the one-sided one. And I would prefer more of an orange color. Like this. That's very nice. Oh, no. I just need them to be matching. That's all. I found some more of this. This might actually be more realistic than that bright orange. We'll try it both ways. Let's see what works. There we go. Let's try this slightly darker color orange before we even attempt to attach some legs. And I might even have to get out my Exoforce robots and see what kind of limb pieces, what colors we have available. And that will go there. That goes here. I kind of like that, actually, because that's more of a rust color like we're supposed to have, so I think we'll go with that. I would love a horn up there. I can probably do a cheese slope for now. Finish the rest of the details, then get to the rest of the legs in a second. Watching from the Sea of Thieves with Steven. There you go, Night Guy. I thought Steven was going to be playing some of that tonight. Darkside, I send by A-10s and F-18s fully loaded with a bunch of military jargon that I don't understand. Carrier fleet semi, destroy all enemies, foreign and domestic. Jordan gets the shock of a lifetime in this episode. Yes, he does. He in the latest episode of D&D, the one frog character on our team gets a real wake-up call. So, Darkside Berserker says, I DM'd you a couple pics of the leg concept you could use. I'll have a look actually now, really quick, Darkside, because I'm about to make some experiments here. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. It is brown. So let me see if I can show you guys here on the screen. So this is the power of technology. Darkside was able to just send me this image on Instagram. And that's pretty much the exact shape it should be. So I could experiment with that. It would be reddish brown though. I don't know. I think some of those pieces come in dark tan, but not all of them. We'll see. It's worth checking out on Bricklink though. Let's see. Duck Norris is here. Good to see you, Duck Norris. Helldivers to Hellpods, exactly. Helldivers to Hellpods. So we are working on one of the bugs. We've got a scavenger here, the small size one. It's a little big, compared to a human, but not bad. I think they're supposed to be like maybe a third smaller than that. But that's about as good as I can get at this scale and still have it look vaguely realistic. So I'm going to keep moving with this. But really, we're just trying to figure out how to get some legs on this thing because we want it to be able to skitter around. That's not quite going to do it. That's not bad, especially if we remove some of the body, but I don't think we can get them that close. They're going to be further out from the body. They're going to be like right here, which won't look right. So let me get some of those Exoforce and Bionicle small minifigure limbs. I'll be right back. Hold on one second, guys. There we go. So I think actually gold is going to be the closest color that we have available here. Or maybe just use the copper ones for now. There's reddish brown too. Reddish brown arms. There's a olive green. That would actually be useful for some of the bugs, for sure. There's more dark tan clip limbs here as well. Let's see here. Let's see. So if I put this here. That's not quite what I'm looking for. I'm looking for just a little flexibility if possible. Don't want them locked in there. Don't want to overthink it though either. There's another dark tan one. Yeah, we got 4 so far of these smaller dark tan arms that we're working with. 5, plenty. I think these were used in like a rope bridge or a ladder or something at some point. So, all right. I don't think I have dark tan clips that come in smaller sizes, but I do have some reddish brown ones that are smaller. Let me see if I can find them in the, they're going to be in the parts plant spin, I think, here. Yep. We'll look in here. Let's move the bricks or studs on their side over here. Looks pretty close to warrior size. That would allow for larger legs if needed. Yep, it would. Now that's biblically correct bug size. Yes, if we're talking lore accuracy, yes. That is right, Duck Norris. So this is the piece that Darkside Berserkers recommended we use. We've got plenty in black. It's probably a little too dark for what we're trying to do, but I think we could purchase another more accurate color later. We gotta just make progress on this stream. We've already gotten some good progress in the fact that we figured out the right color scheme. Similar enough shape. I do like this kind of back shape piece right here. But yeah, now we have to figure out how to get some limbs on there. Reddish brown doesn't look that bad, but it's just a little darker than I would have liked. We'll see. I'm gonna dig for some elements here really quick. Yeah, my dark tan selection is a little bit lacking. Just a little bit. So, we've gotten 2 of these. We can put them right here. That's actually pretty good. So, got some limbs happening there. I actually like that pose and that shape. Just need a little spike at their... I don't think it even needs to be this long. Like if we had... There we go. There you go. If we had this on the bottom, that's it looks good, but I think it's too tall. You could actually put a smaller spike there. So we could... I think it doesn't need to be quite that big. And I know that I have some dark tan horns somewhere. I don't know if they're in here. I think they're with my minifigure parts. But yeah. I don't know if you could hear my computer whirring just then, but I had a little fritz. We'll keep digging. This is actually tempting too. Hold on 1 second. Okay, question for the viewers. Do we like that head better? Or do we like this dome better? Because I just found this piece and that would work as well. Now I'm second guessing myself, but I want to experiment. It doesn't even quite sit on there. There we go. How do we like that? I kind of like that. Just use brown legs and say they are muddy. Yes, I'll definitely be using brown legs for now because that's all I have available, but eventually we'll try and get more accurate looking legs at some point. So, yeah, we'll use those for now and move on to the next size of bug. Because it's 8:20 and we can go till about 9:15, so we're a little past an hour already, so a little past halfway. And we've just barely gotten done with the first bug. We don't want to dawdle. Don't want to waste time. There you go. There's the third leg. Yep, that looks like a bug. Add a few little tiny spikes on his legs, and I think that'll do the trick. Nice. Alright, let me put... will that work? Maybe a tile would work better. Do we want to add those tiles on the side? I think we do. It also hides some of the black, so they look a little less obtrusive. I think that'll work for now. Send your shots the way of the correct colors, and I agree the smaller horns would probably look better for scaling. On this bug, yes, probably so. Reminder, all personnel must submit urine samples by 0400. Signs of disloyalty should be reported to the democracy officer. They should be. Man, the comments are crazy. Hi, it's Cooper from the convention. I love what you are building. Oh, thanks for stopping by, Cooper. Good to see you. Yeah, we're building some giant bugs to fight our Helldivers guys. So these guys are going to be battling the bugs in space. It should be fun. It's based off of a video game, which if you're a little younger, probably want to wait till you're a little older to play the video game, but it's a lot of fun. So. Let's find a few more legs, and then we'll be good to go. We'll see if I can track down a few more legs. So there's a brown clip of the black ones we were looking for. That we can put with one of our brown pieces here. Oh, wow. So I just went to attach this and it broke. I don't know if you can see that there. That piece just snapped right off. So yeah, reddish brown is still reddish brown. Let's see if I can attach this one more carefully. Yeah, it feels all right. Okay, here we go. Good, so we just need a few more limbs. It'll be good to go. These two are broken, so I need to find some more reddish brown Exoforce arms to make this work. Hashtag broke. Yeah, it happens. That's how it is. I wasn't trying to be too rough on it. So. Life goes on. Yeah, I think these guys come in dark tan, and that would solve my problem pretty much if those came in dark tan. So, and I think they do. In which case, we've got a scavenger-sized bug that looks pretty solid. I'm pretty happy with that. A few more pieces left to acquire, but we're almost there. Right. Okay. Let me find some more pieces in the plant bin here. Not going to be in there. It should be in here. Yep, I see one. Okay. There you go. R.I.P. Reddish Brown, you were a beautiful piece. So long, old friend. Yep, I'll put him in my bin of broken pieces here soon. And we'll be able to give them a proper send-off. There we go, found some branches. That'll work. Just one or two more. Here we go. Hashtag broke. Exactly. Grumpy, I'm afraid I will have to report you to the democracy officer if this is the case. Let's see. Darkside Brick Circus says the arms do come in dark tan. I sent the parts number to you for your Instagram. Thank you, Darkside Brick Circus. I appreciate the assistance, my friend. That will make it easier to place an order for some. I think that might be the way I end up going. We'll see. I could keep experimenting with different options, but right now that looks like the best alternative for sure. So we'll keep working on it though, just in case. Just in case. Yeah, that's also going to be the way we go with that one. So. Do we have one more of those? Please, yes, there we go. Sweet. Oh, and I did it wrong. Here we go. Awesome. Yeah, I think that needs to be a tile, though. Or at least a 1x1 plate. Yeah, if they come in dark tan, problem solved. We can put reddish brown in there and it shouldn't be too much of an issue. So there we go. That's kind of looking like a bug. Get the limbs out front. Oh, that one broke off. There you go. It's actually quite posable. I like that. It looks vaguely like our piece that we're working on, this picture. Unlock it. Oh, that's Instagram. There we go. I mean, that's pretty close. I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah. I think we can call this bug done. Until I find some more dark tan spikes, which are not making themselves known. But yes, that's the general idea. Let's see, what are we building next? One option would be to go for the warrior bug, which is right there. It's very spooky looking. It has some more gray and kind of brown color to it, so it'd be less dark tan, more other colors. Bile Titan's a little big to do in an hour, so probably won't do that one. There's also the very menacing Stalker bug, which, oh, here we go. Like that. We might end up doing that. That's going to have some black, dark tan, and really vibrant red-orange color. So that'd be interesting. Do we build a Stalker? They're very big. But I know how I would do it because it would be more black you could kind of mix in there. Yeah. Well, I think we'll do a Stalker next. We'll keep that picture open. Let's see. I built a set recently, and one of the dark red pieces in the sealed box was already broken. Wow, Morgan. Was that a older set or was it a newer set? Because if it was a newer set, that's tragic. But if it was an older set, that's a little bit more understandable, but it's still sad. But yeah, that's tough, Morgan. You can't do anything about that. You didn't even try to assemble it. So. Grumpy J, can the orcs survive the mighty kiss of the hell bombs of democracy? Yeah, that's the firepower at the Helldivers' disposal is insane. So orcs survive all. We like roaches after a nuka bomb. Exactly. So yeah. Orcs are kind of like they just spawn. They're like unkillable in a way. A bile spewer would be awesome. Bouncing microbe, that would be pretty fun. I think I'm gonna go for the Stalker because it's a little bit smaller size. But yeah, eventually I want to make most of the bug types for sure. The Stalker looks like white/neon orange to me. It might be like lighter than dark tan. Maybe it's a regular tan. Yeah, it is kind of almost a white color now that you mention it, David. Yeah, old UCS set. Yeah, that's tragic though, Morgan. Sorry to hear about that. Stalkers would be sick. You should do white and orange. There's also one of the most annoying enemies made in that game. Yes, Stalkers are the worst to run into because they can turn invisible, of course, and they're really fast and really tough, and they do a lot of damage, so very, very troublesome to fight. So, Recon Warrior is here. Good to see you, Recon Warrior. Thanks for stopping by. Orcs can travel through the warp of space. They can, Grumpy. I don't think the bugs can. Well, actually, the bugs can travel from planet to planet, so maybe, I don't know if they have similar technology. Let's do a Stalker, at least start working on a Stalker. We've got about 45 minutes left or so. So we'll push aside these dark tan pieces. We can actually put aside this dark tan bin. Here we go. And I might get a small bin to put these pieces in and save them for when we work on the smaller bug later. I'll put that right there. Helldivers here. And we'll start working on a Stalker. And let's see, would white be the best color? White would be very vibrant. I think white must be would be slightly more iconic. There's a lot of white spike pieces I could use. White and black and orange. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, we might have to go for that. Maybe a little bit of regular tan mixed in there too. Let me get a bin here. I didn't expect to get the white pieces out, but I think you guys have convinced me. Push these aside for now. Here we go. If we need any of these pieces, we can grab them in a minute. Have a sip of Gatorade before we get started here. White and orange. White, well, there's going to be some black highlights too, because based on this image, actually the wide picture is bigger. Based on that image, we've got some interesting shades there. It is kind of like a tan color now that I look at it, but I don't know. We'll try white first. If it's too bright, we could switch to tan. How about that? Because I think I have a lot more smaller, flexible white pieces than I do in tan. So, let's see. Recon Warrior says, "You're welcome, bro. Appreciate it. I always get a kick out of mentioning my YouTube channel name, so thanks so much for calling it out. I really appreciate it." Absolutely, Recon Warrior. For sure. Fall Equinox 37 says, "I'm back. Had to wrestle a hedgehog." That sounds prickly, Autumn. I'm glad you're back, though. Appreciate you stopping by again. So. Maybe do black base with white as an outer tiling shell and orange for accents. I'm thinking of doing white base with black accents because the blacks kind of look like lines and spikes. So we'll try that. But yeah, those are the colors I've been convinced to go for. So let me go get a small bin of white. I can also get out a bunch of black pieces behind me there. We can work for the last 30, 45 minutes on that and see how we can do. So Did the hedgehog win? That would be tragic if the hedgehog won. Alright, grabbing a white bin here real quick. So this white bin, let me show you guys on the just chatting camera. This white bin had the highest concentration of small pieces down there. So we'll start here. Work our way through it. I might actually put this behind me over here. Over in that direction. So let's see. Yeah. Stuff like this. Those will work good for stalker legs running around like a bug. Nice big white horns. Alright, let me grab some black pieces. I've got an orange bin out. I probably need another orange bin. And yeah, let me get some black pieces out for spikes and stuff. And these can go behind me over here. A lot more leg work with this live stream so far. More moving around and digging through bins. Oh yeah, there's some good spiky pieces in here. Alright. So I think what we're going to work with first is the body itself, which kind of looks like a praying mantis in shape. You got 4 large legs, 2 large legs tucked underneath, kind of like little, it's using them like mandibles, even though they're about the same size as the limbs that are outside. So there's a couple different things going on here. I'll show you guys again. So let me turn that way so you don't see what's happening on the stream screen. But got some big limbs, and then you got 2 big limbs kind of tucked in front. Got the head up there, kind of an S curve of a body. So yeah, we'll mess with that. See if we can make it make sense. Interestingly, this will put a tiny dent in the white pieces we need for our ice planet project, but we'll see what we can do. Oh, let's see, we got a few more comments. What did I miss? Not too much, Recon Warrior. We were working on this bug here. Let me go to the just building. So we're working on this smaller bug to fight the Helldivers, whom we have here. And hoping to make more of these, and also purchase some dark tan legs so that he's all the same color and more color consistent. But yeah, Helldivers figures ready to go. And we voted on bugs, not landscapes. We're working on bugs tonight, which has been more tricky, but also fun. I'm enjoying it. Hopefully you guys are amused enough. So, Gola is here. Good to see you, Gola. Hey, how's it going? Going pretty good, Gola. We are working on some Helldivers 2 bugs, the Terminids. They're very spiky and savage looking, and they'll be perfect enemies for the Super Earth's finest Helldivers to take on. So. So what I'm thinking is we get a couple of these and make some legs in this size, because we need 4 big ones and then 2 more in front of him, kind of tucked in, plus the body itself, which will need to be like a little abdomen shape here. Tell you what, I might grab a bin to work right here, because I don't want to have to be standing at this table away from the stream. I want to get a bin so I'm a little bit closer. Hold on one second, guys. Oops. Here we go. Recon Warrior says your store's prices are high. I don't have a store, Recon Warrior. I don't have a, even on my website, I don't have anything for sale. So yeah, I don't know what you're thinking of, but it's not me. I don't sell anything right now. I'm just doing videos. So. There's some good white slopes to work with. Eventually we want to add some black spikes on there too. But for now, white is enough. There's another small white horn. That might work well for a foot or like a mandible. There's a nice joint piece too. That would actually be super useful. So we'll keep going here. I sell Mark Loves Next Night t-shirts from small to 5XXL. Exactly. Yeah, that would be a pretty funny t-shirt, but I'm not going to make it anytime soon. You're welcome to, Grumpy J. As long as it benefits the Grump Foundation, I'm okay with it. Fall Equinox says, I won, and no, it wasn't Sonic. He probably takes his meds easily. Sonic would take his meds easily. He would be a very lawful hedgehog, I think. So. Is that too big? What do you guys think? You would need 4 of these. Let's see. How big are stalkers compared to humans? They're much bigger. I know when you're facing them, they're like huge, so that looks about right. It just would need some black detailing on the outside. Yeah, that works though, I think. And we could even do this. And this. I want to do something like that too for the limb. Something like that. This is why building in white is a lot better than building in dark tan. There's a bajillion more pieces to work from as far as clips. Charge says, been working on finals. What buggers have I missed? We've only built a few bugs so far. We've built the first level bug, which is the smallest one, the scavenger. We've got pretty much where we want to be. The legs are all brown and don't have spikes, so we will be hoping to find or purchase some more pieces. So, yeah. But yeah, the scavenger, I'm pretty happy with the overall shape and the color. Next, we're working on building the Stalker bug, which is kind of scary looking. So we'll be building one like this. And the color is kind of a light gray or a tan, but we're going to try to do it in white because we have a lot of white pieces in order to work with. So white is a good color choice to use for spiky, flexible things. So almost like bones. So that's what we're working on right now, Charge. But thanks for stopping by. Feel free to like the video. Yeah, we could always use a few more of those. So. Taking those meds down with some chili dogs. There you go, Jennifer Knight. Darkside Brick Circus says, nah, they're about double the height or even bigger than the average hero for Liberty, so make them huge. Yeah, they're going to be big, Darkside Brick Circus, for sure. That's the plan. That is the idea that we're trying to execute here. And kind of spiky looking. We'll see if we can get it to the level we are looking for, but... Go. Something like that. We just need 4 of those, then we can attach it to a body of some kind. We will need some more white clips here. There's one. There we go. Let's get another one of these. Technically, this will work fine too, instead of the slightly more hard to find brick with stud on the side versus a headlight brick. So let's see if we can find. Yeah, there's another headlight brick. Quicker to find. Actually. Yeah, I like that. Looks pretty good. We might even be able to do that in black and have a little bit of flare going on. I'm already going to try and put some black spikes going that way. We can actually try and find them probably here. Something like that for some black detail. There we go. And we don't have any more of those, do we? Let's see. Just little hints of black here and there. There's one limb. We'll keep working on it though. Let me see if I can find one more white spike. I know Steven was using a lot of these for his Dinopocalypse ones too. That's pretty cool. Don't know if that's going to work exactly for what we're doing. The first bug looks rad. Oh, thanks, Fall Equinox. Appreciate it. Mark, what size shirt are you and Steven? Steven's definitely a large. I'm somewhere between large and medium. Kind of depends on the make of the shirt. I think this is a medium, and it's a little bit... It fits nice in the shoulders and body, but it's short. It's about an inch or two too short for my torso. It's a little bit long, so kind of interesting. Yeah. Charge says, now that I think of it, are there any Bionicle swords in white that would work? Yeah, a Bionicle sword might do the trick. That would be a little on the large side for what I'm planning, but it could do the trick. Garth Smith is here and says, just want to say thanks for putting out these building videos. Absolutely, Garth Smith. Appreciate you watching them. Thanks for stopping by, my friend. As long as it means Mark won't wear a Paradisa shirt. Yeah, no Paradise shirts planned anytime soon, Autumn. No worries. So, I know there's a piece that's perfect for the leg spikes. It's similar to part 64727, but longer and a bit fatter. Found it, part 11089. I'll look it up really quick, Jennifer. Let me see here. My phone's done charging. I can unplug it now, finally. Okay. Let me put on bricklink.com and 11089. Let's see. 089. Oh, yeah, I've got some of these in white, I think. But it's that larger spike piece right there. That's the one Jennifer's referring to. And that honestly would work very well for the leg spike. It'd be less curved, which is kind of what I want. So if I could find some of those... I don't know if I have 4 of them, but I know I have at least 2 or 3. So at some point I could track those down and look for them. You've given me a lot to think about, Jennifer. I appreciate the comment. Malachi says, what are we building today? I joined super late today. No worries, Malachi. We are building some Helldivers 2 bugs. In this case, specifically, we've started work on the Stalker bug, which looks like that. And it's a very spooky enemy that the Helldivers have to fight in the video game. It's very fun. But it's also, that's a complicated shape to build out of Lego. So it's very slow going. But we're having a good time, and everyone's being very encouraging and nice. Some great comments so far, so yeah, we're trying our best. The color scheme so far we're going with is white, black, and some orange highlights too, so when this is done, I think it'll be amazing. But right now, it's just a few pieces on the table. We did earlier make a smaller bug, the scavenger bug, which I'm pretty happy with. He needs some dark tan legs and some dark tan spikes to go on the bottom of those legs. But after that, I think he'll be in pretty good shape. I'm pretty happy with the color and the shaping on these pieces. So still some refinement left to do, but not upset with the direction we're going so far. That almost looks like the back of the Stalker, like his abdomen area in the back. Interesting. Let's see. Got some black detail pieces here. I could use some clips. Hold on. What I really could use are some mixel joints, but I don't know if I want to go grab those right now. Let me try and find, because that only needs to be, I'm thinking. Don't rush me. It's a little too high. That makes that too low, I think. Yeah. Oh, that'll work. Here you go. We'll use this spike for now, but eventually I like that part that Jennifer recommended. I don't think I have any on hand with me right now. Let's see. There we go. I found one, Jennifer. Here we go. There's that piece that she was talking about. And of course it comes in white. I think it probably comes in black too. I can look it up on my phone actually. It's still probably open. Let's see. White, black, very nice. It also comes in dark bluish gray and flat silver. Reddish brown also. Light bluish gray. All the colors we could need it in, it's here. So. That works. It's a little straight, and it curves back up a little bit in a way. Let's see. Let me see. Yeah, honestly, that's really close. Because, let me see if I can show you guys here. That's pretty much spot on. This is going to be a big bug, but I think that's the point. So, yeah. We'll keep playing around with it, but that's best working theory we have so far. Again, thanks for the tip, Jennifer. There you go. Now we need to put this on one of these. Maybe even that inverted piece right here. Maybe do this. Yeah. Do we want a larger weight clip there? So what I'm trying to do now is make a nice attachment point for it to go onto the body of a bug here. So something like that. I don't like this black plate right there. I think that's too much black, so I want to find a white one. There we go. Also feels a little bit thick down there. Not in a good way. And we'll attach that to this. And that feels like a pretty complete leg. Let's try and make a second one. I don't know if I'll be able to find another white spike tonight, but we'll try our best. Peter Rem is here. Such Legos, very yes. Exactly. We are building with Lego tonight. So. Hit the like button, says Gloria Erickson. Yes. Thank you. Please hit the like button. It really helps the channel, for sure. Big boy bug, exactly. Big bug boy. The BBB. Rob says, since you mentioned Paradisa, there's a guy in the same lug as me. Got notification from LEGO Ideas about his Paradisa build. It may become a gift with purchase. Interesting. Would this piece work? Ooh, let me look it up, Charge. Let me Google this. Don't be sending me random pieces now. They better actually look like for what we're working on. Let's see. But yeah, some great advice so far, especially when it comes to the larger spike piece that I wasn't thinking of. So 791 PB printed brick and 01. What are we looking at? Oh, interesting. We are looking at. Oh, it's not loading up on my phone. Yeah, there you go. So that is a Bionicle mask with some very scary red markings. It's not too dissimilar from a Stalker head. I think it's a little more bone looking than what we would be going for here. But yeah, that's that. I don't think I have that one, first of all. But secondly, I think it's a little bit not quite what we're going for. It is that's like, as far as Bionicle pieces go, that's as close as it gets to the Stalker that we're trying to build right now. But yeah, I'd have to order a very specialty piece in order to make that work. But I'll think about it, Charge. That is a pretty insane part, so. That's cool. What is your lug name? Is it on Instagram? I think Rob is part of South Carolina lug. SC Bricks lug, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, let us know what lug you're part of, Rob. Yeah. Jennifer gives me the frown face. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I have to see if I have it, first of all. Secondly, I think I'd rather make it out of smaller pieces. I think that big horn is probably as big as I want to go. We'll see. So. Wanted to have more orange in the face area. I think part 30371 would work great. Oh dear, let me see. 30371. Okay, see, that's what I was saying. Don't do, Morgan. Don't be sending me Jar Jar Binks' head. It was funny, but yeah. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Alright. Well, there's a useful piece. We'll grab that really quick for sure. Oh, Recon Warrior says, and subscribe, guys, to this guy's Lego channel. Absolutely, Recon Warrior. Thank you for the recommendation. Yeah. Okay, let me track down some more white slopes. Not white slopes, white clips, actually. Because I like these 1x1 with vertical clip, but I really want those 1x2 clips right there in the middle of the leg piece. So let me see if I can track down a few more of those. We still have 15 minutes left. The stream is winding down to a close, but we'll keep working until the timer runs out. I think it was the other day on the Ice Planet stream that I was looking for this exact piece and I wasn't finding them. So there should be plenty in here, but we'll see. I say there should be plenty in here, but we'll, yeah. Do we have another black one? Yeah, we do. We can make another black one. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to try not to break this. Nice and gently. There we go. Swap out that one. We've got another one to access here. Yeah, that'll work for now. We'll see if we end up using that big black spike up there. Might end up being a smaller one. Let's get a 1x2 plate and a 1x1 clip. So there's two different versions of the spike. We'll see which one ends up working the best in the end. This one's a little too curved. This one's a little thick, not too bad. I'm thinking that one might end up being the one that Jennifer recommended, so we'll see. But yeah, there's two legs so far. We'll keep playing around until we get the full body. We just need 4 symmetrical spikes for the legs, because all those legs seem about the same size. There's 4 similarly sized legs on this bug. So, gotta do a Paradisa Man cosplay. Probably wouldn't be allowed at LEGO conventions though. Yeah, a Speedo is all you need. Yeah, they were pretty wild in Paradisa days. That's for sure. Mark, when are you getting that Gatorade sponsorship? Oh, can't go wrong with Gatorade. Yeah, I know, Malachi. I got my Gatorade Zero right here. Actually, I'm going to take a sip while we're talking about it. Yeah, I should send them a message and be like, hey guys, I'm a Lego master. I got a Lego YouTube channel. I could use the sponsorship. Go buy your favorite flavor of Gatorade. I forgot about Paradisa. Paradisa is crazy. I'm glad it's being referenced in the new gumball machine, minifigure vending machine set that's coming out. I'm probably going to have to buy a set because it has some great figures in it. Yeah, they had Paradisa figures. They had 2 new castle factions. They had the gold spaceman, the teal spaceman. Awesome figures. Not complaining about those. So we're building away on our legs here. I think I need some more of that. I need another curved slope like that. There might be some in here, or they're all on Ice Planet. We'll find out. Ooh, that's a little too big, I think, but that's pretty wild too. That it's a Hero Factory horn spike thing, like a leg. That's a little too big, I think. It's too thick. This would work well on a charger, though, so I will save this piece and find the mold number and be able to see what other colors it comes in. I think it would come in black or gray. I'm doing a lot of research on Lego spikes and horns tonight. Interesting. Mark Forward. There's some torso accessories for Nexo Knights that you and Autumn can use on your Nexo Knight Ice Planet. It's not Nexo Knights. It's Ice Planet. It just happens to have trans neon orange too. If this becomes a reoccurring stream, build your banned word should be super. Oh, like super. So I can't say super Earth. Can't say super Helldive. Can't say the word. That would be good. Or just bug. Because they're the Terminids. They're not the bugs. Bugs is slang for what they're actually called. That'd be, yeah. We'll see if I end up doing a part 2. If you guys like this video, leave it a like. And if it gets enough likes and it gets enough views, I'll have to do a part 2. But we'll see. The idea is that the building stream could be a variety of different things. It doesn't have to be Ice Planet every week. You could do some Helldivers. I'm hoping at some point to do some Spyrius or some other fun Lego themes. So a variety versus the same thing over and over again. So those Squid Knights are cool. Yep, there's the Kraken emblem faction guys. They're pretty neat, David. I'm hoping to get a couple of those. So. Only buying that set for the castle figures and the clear parts. Yeah, honestly, the parts aren't bad. It's just a little bit overpriced. I think it's because those big clear pieces probably are not cheap to make for Lego. So, Jennifer Knight says, I placed a Bricklink order. Should have arrived today. Checked the USPS tracking history. Said it went from the seller city to my city and then went to Indianapolis. Oh no. That sounds like it got lost, Jennifer. Hopefully it arrives to you soon. If not, you can submit a claim with the post office if it doesn't arrive in a couple weeks. Yeah. That's frustrating, Jennifer Knight. I hope it arrives soon. Yes, I hope it arrives soon, Jennifer. That is unfortunate. That usually only happens like during like super busy shipping times like Christmas. But yeah, that's too bad. Darkside Brick Circus says, I'm looking forward to the red and silver knights for customs. Definitely gonna need to army build them. I just need a few of them. I don't think I need a whole army of them. Maybe like 4 or 5 each. If I'm lucky, we'll see. Yes. Well, let's see. Let me think of... We still have 5 minutes left. I don't know if there's that much we can do in 5 minutes, but we can try something here. So, essentially... That's a little compact. I think it needs to be longer, but you get the idea. Let's get a 6x here. I also think it would need the rounded version of this. Yeah, we're a little low on white slopes right now because of Ice Planet, but I think I can track down a few of them. And this guy can be back here, as well as up here, and look something like that. And then you have the body come up quickly, right here, and then you have like the head up here. He kind of skitters around. So, yeah, we got an idea. We got a direction we're going in. Because he's a lot larger, we'll be able to be a lot more flexible with what pieces we're using. And white is a really good color to build in as far as clips, spikes, horns especially. There's tons of white horns. Usually one of the default colors it comes in. So that'll be good. So, they just throw your boxes around the office and just hope for the best. Yep. Shipping is pretty terrible these days. Could always do another hour. I'd love to, Darkside Berserkers, but I usually get pretty tired after 2, so we'll probably wrap it up here in just another few minutes. But Notch's brother said, I never played or know anything about Helldivers, but so far it's looking pretty good. Yes, thank you, Notch's brother. We don't have a lot built from the stream. It was mostly just experimentation and research. We got a few limbs built. We got one little beetle built. This is the least I've ever made on a live stream, but I think we had a good time nonetheless, so I'm not too upset by it. But yeah, landscaping is more my forte. That's very quick when I'm building that. Don't have to think too much about it. I don't usually build tiny beetles and bugs with lots of horns and weird colors. So this is a little more tricky, but we had a good time. So Helldivers is a lot of fun. Would recommend it if you're old enough. I think it's rated mature, so just it's not for kids, not for young kids. There's a lot of combat and battling, so keep that in mind. You could use the big tooth on the bottom right as the back part. Ooh, maybe so. It's a little thin. It's a little pokey. That's not bad, though. I was thinking just a little bit wider than that. I was thinking 4 wide. So, essentially, I would want this piece, but have it be sloped on that side. So, it's like a wedge coming across. I don't have one in this bin, but maybe there's one over here I could find. Maybe not. Yeah, we'll probably won't be able to find enough pieces tonight to finish the Stalker, but we have some good concepts going. The white color scheme is unique. We'll keep working on it later. So, I enjoy watching the problem solving. Well, there you go, Autumn. Good. The thought process is hopefully interesting enough. So, it's been great to see your bug birthing process. Well, thank you, Bouncing Micro. Appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. That sounds better. The pawing of Lego is controversial. Sometimes it sounds good to people, sometimes it's annoying. I know I've seen both sides of the issue, but... How big is your house? Well, we're in my Lego studio right now. It's a pretty good sized room. It's about the size of a garage. So, because it used to be a garage. But yeah. All right, well, we're at 9:15 or 9:12 here, so we're probably gonna wrap it up for today and call it a night. But thank you all, everyone, for tuning in to this live stream of building some Helldivers bugs. We may or may not do Helldivers next week. I know there will be a mock building stream of some kind. We should have a Lego sorting stream on Sunday that'll be for at least an hour in just a few days. And it might be 2 because I really need to get some sorting done. There's plenty of brick back there. But yeah, we'll stay tuned. Lots of videos coming up. We got more D&D, another 12-hour build. It's going to be Life on Mars. It's already done. Just need to edit it. So looking forward to all that. Yep. Thanks again, everyone. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Have a great rest of your evening, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.